Hello students, in the last class we have been studied about measuring of length and different modes of transportation. Now let us look at standard and non-standard measurements. Okay, so for moving from one place to another, we will decide some distance. Okay, if it is important to know that how far a place is. Okay, that means whether we want to walk or take a car or take a bus or train, or we want to move by a ship or aeroplane. So by knowing the distance we can use the transportation as like. So it is very important for identifying the distance so that we can use the proper modes of transportation: bus, car, walk, etc. So now let us measure the length of edges. Okay, length and width of some object. We have said that measurement is the comparison. Okay, so let us measure the length of a pencil by using a pin. Okay, here we are measuring the length of a pencil by using a pin. So here we can say that pencil is equal to 5 pins. Length of the pencil is equal to 5 pins. So what we have done, we are comparing the length of the pin with the pencil. Okay, so that the non-fixed quantity is called the unit and measurement is expressed as a number and second is a unit. Okay, so we will write it as length of the pencil is equal to 6 pins. Okay, that means here you can see 6 pins are the measure of the pencil. Here 6 is the number and pin means the known quantity. Okay, we will know the pin, so that we will use a 6 pins for measuring the length of one pencil. So we have said that measuring is a comparison process with a known quantity. Now let us measure the length of a pencil by using measure. Okay, now we can use our hand span for measuring the length. Okay, for measuring the length and width, we can use our hand span for measuring it. Okay, using different hand span, we can see that measuring the hand of different peoples, we are going to measure the length of these tables. You can see that in both the figure, the length of the hand is different. You can see that if we measure with our own hand, everyone's hand length is different, isn't it? So here you can see one is 4.5 and another is 5. Okay, so there is difference by using the measuring by hand. Okay, so these type of measurements are known as non-standard unit. That means it will vary according to the individual. When some students have been measured by using their hands, the length of the table by hand span, then you can see that all the measurement are different. Okay, so different students have measured the length of the table as different. That means length of the hand is different for everyone. So this type of measurement is known as non-standard. Okay, again you can see that measurement using an hand span or length of the foot is unit. Other we will not able to understand the actual length. Okay, if only we know the length of the hand, only then we can compare it with the length of the table. So actual length is not obtained by using different hand or foot. Okay, here you can so in system of international units has been developed standard units for measuring these. Okay, therefore this it will not change according to person. That for length it is meter. Okay, international system of units has been developed, quantity for length as meter. Okay, so that there will be no change according to persons. All in the world is accepted these standard units for mass, time, temperature, etc. has been given in the table. Now we are only learning about the length. So this system of units is known as International System of Units or SI unit. So we are measuring by using these types of unit other than handspan, foot, etc. So now let us do a standard measurement by using a meter scale. Okay, you are familiar with the scale. We all have a scale in our geometry box, a 15 centimeter scale. So that this is a standard unit since all the scales will be same. Okay, so we have already said that 1 meter can be divided into 100 equal divisions. Okay, 1 meter can be divided into 100 equal divisions. These are known as centimeter. Okay, then in our small scale we can see that 1 centimeter has 10 equal divisions. There will be small lines between 1 centimeter, that is known as millimeter. So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter and 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. Okay, so for measuring large distance we cannot use this meter or centimeter. So we use a large unit of length called kilometer. Okay, so measuring large distances we will use kilometer for measuring length. And what is the length of kilometer? Yes, 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. This we have been discussed in the last class. So, scale is a standard unit for measuring length. It will not vary according to persons. Now, let us measure the length of the box given in the figure. Okay, so let us measure the length by using a scale. So, when everyone can measure the length of the this one, so it will be same for everyone. So for that we want to place the 0 of the scale at the beginning. We want to place the 0 at the first point. Then we can measure other end by looking at the other end. Then you can place the length of the box is 16.5 centimeter. That means at the other ends at the scale. Okay, so if we are taking a broken scale, if there is no 0, then we cannot measure by taking it from 0. So we can measure by a correct value. For here you can see 1 centimeter. We can start from 1 centimeter. And when we measure from 1 centimeter, we get it as 17.5. So for getting original, we want to subtract 1. So 16.5 is obtained. So, while looking to a measuring scale, we want to observe our location. We want to look at very straightly towards the measuring point. Okay. So, if we not look very clearly, there will be some error is formed. This error is known as parallax error. Okay. The error in measurement. That means some mistake may be taken place in the reading if we are not looking straightly or a perpendicular direction. So this is all about the measurement by using a scale. Now we have seen various types of motions. Okay, now we have studied about distance and length. Let us see what do you mean by motion. First of all, what is motion? Okay, and we can see what are the different types of motion. Okay, so can you say what is motion? Motion, you have been seeing the movement or change in place of various objects. Here you can see fan, the leaves of the fan, car, birds, okay, table, etc. Various objects you have been observed in the surroundings, and motion is the change in position of an object with respect to time. That means with time, if there is a change in the position, we said it as motion. Okay, if there is a change in position, we said it as motion. Okay, so we can learn about different types of motions that are taking place. According to us, there are three types of motions are there. First one is rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion. Second one circular motion. Third one is periodic motion. Okay, these are the three types of motion. First of all, we can see about the rectilinear motion. This is motion of a car in a straight line. The parade of soldiers, etc. are in a straight line. These types of motion are known as rectilinear motion. The motion of an object in straight line is known as rectilinear motion. Motion of a car in a straight line. Then parade of soldiers. This whole we have been seen and it is in a straight line. Okay, now let us learn about circular motion. Circle means a round shape. So let us see what is circular motion by observing an activity. Tie a stone at the end of a rope. Okay, tie a stone at the end of the rope and rotate it. Okay, you have been done in your playing time and all. So when rotating, you can see the object is moving in a circle. Okay, it is moving in the shape of a circle. So these types of motion is known as circular motion. That means the object is moving in a circular shape or a circumference of a circle or rotation along a circular path. So these types of motions are known as circular motion. Okay, the plates of a fan, the needle of hand watch, okay, etc. has been in a circular path. You can see that the fan is rotating. The blades of the fan is rotating in a circular portion, and here also you can see the hands of the watch. You can see the hands, second hand, hour hand and minute hand is there. These are rotating in a circular motion. So these are the examples for circular motion. You can see blades of fan and hands of a watch. Okay, so these are carrying out in a circular path. So these are known as circular motion. So now we have learned about rectilinear motion, that is in a straight line, and circular motion, that is in a circular path. These are the two types of motion. And the third type of motion is known as periodic motion. Okay, periodic motion means the repetition of the motion. The coming back and repetition of the motion is known as periodic motion. The motion that repeat itself after some time period is known as periodic motion. അതായത് it will take repeat of the motion. For example, the pendulum of the clock. Okay, pendulum of the clock, then child on a swing. You can see that the pendulum will go to left, right, then come back to the same position. Okay, so that there is a repetition of the motion. And strings of a guitar, you can see that there will be a coming back of the string. So these are the different types of motion that are taking place. And there are some motions which are combination of this motion. You can see that in the movement of this motion there will be a rectilinear motion. Okay, you can see a rectilinear motion. In case of this ball, you can see that there is a circular motion in the about the ball, and also the ball is moving in a straight line. So there is a rectilinear motion. So circular as well as rectilinear motion is taking place in the case of a rolling ball. So two types of motion are present in this rolling of ball. So there can be the combination can be taken place. So two types of which are the two types taking place in the case of a rolling ball? The ball is rolling, so circular motion is there, as well as the ball is moving in a straight line. So rectilinear motion is also there. So three types of motions that we have studied now: rectilinear motion, circular motion, and periodic motion. Okay, periodic motion means repetition of the motion. That means the clock, pendulum, okay, pendulum of the clock, then okay, etc. are the